Okay, the Eurodollar market consists of all US dollars or US dollar denominated holdings, cash holdings, which are held out of the domestic US market. So since the US dollar is the domestic currency of the USA, when those dollars are held outside of the US market, we call them Eurodollars. The main type of Eurodollar holding instrument is a Eurodollar Time Deposit. And this is a form of short-term unsecured interbank loan. So unsecured, it doesn't need so much security by the fact of being so short-term, and by being held by a banking institution, you've got the guarantee of liquidity over the funds. So I just want to have a look at a particular example of the borrowing structure and the payoff structure. So I'm going to put the inputs over here that I'm going to use for the calculation. So here I'm going to put the inputs. So let me put it in blue. Loan. The loan amount I'm going to use for this example $10 million quantity. The category of entity is going to be a UK located bank. So we fulfill the criteria of being a non-US entity, and since it's an interbank loan, it's a bank in the UK. The currency is the US dollar, and the rate is going to be the USD LIBOR 360 day, and I'm going to use an example rate for the calculation of 25 basis points. Since it's a very short-term loan and it's interbank, the rates can be very, very close to the federal funds rate of the country, or the domestic federal funds rate. So for US dollar, it would be the US funds rate. So in this calculation, the order of operations, the UK bank borrows $10 million from another bank, has to repay the following. So how much on a 10 million loan at 0.25%, how much do they have to repay? So the repayment amount is calculated as follows. So we've got the $10 million. The period of the loan is 30 days. Oh, I've made a mistake here. This is not, I didn't want a 360 day, it's a 30 day that I wanted to use. So if the repayment period is 30 days, and after 30 days the amount to repay is $10 million. And this is an annualized figure, so we have to de-annualize it to pay the 30-day amount. So the rate is 1 plus the annualized rate, 0.00 0.25, this is 25 basis points, or a quarter of 1%. So annualized, so to de-annualize that, we're going to multiply it by 30 days, the number of days, and divide that into the number of days in the annualized rate. Or another way to think of it is that the 25 basis points are divided into 360 days to get a daily rate, and then multiplied by 30 to get a 30-day rate. Okay, so close first bracket, close second bracket, close third bracket, and this will be the amount in 30 days. Alright, so the repayment amount, so let's work through. So this is equal to $10 million times, okay, so we have to calculate the rate coefficient. So the rate coefficient is going to be, so first of all I'm going to calculate the amount to add, which is 0.0025. Going to divide it by 360 for the daily rate, and then multiply that by 30. So the 30-day rate, it's invisible. I'm going to calculate it again using basis points. So 25 basis points divided by 360 multiplied by 30. So the 30-day rate is just 2 basis points. So we've got $10 million multiplied by 1.00, so it's 0%, point. So each basis point is the 4th position after the decimal. So for 2 basis points we've got 0.0002, and the rest of the number, since we're using $10 million, is still going to be relevant. So 208, and then 3 continuous. Alright, so what's $10 million multiplied by this quantity? So this divided by 1,000 to return it to basis points. Then I'm going to basis points plus 1. Okay, and I need to multiply that by 10 million. So the amount to repay, including interest after 30 days, so repay in 30 days, we have to repay the original 10 million plus $2,083.33. And that's the answer. So the cost of the loan is more or less it's more or less $2,000.